We are rolling here on your Tuesday. Welcome to Barn Burner, the number one podcast that is originating from Marda.
We think.
Name another one.
I'm sure there's some sort of Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
So you're probably right.
Out of here. I don't know.
There's somebody that's doing one on Twist Ties.
Yeah,
classic or plastic or somebody.
There's those quilting ladies down the block. They got a pod. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're a podcast originating from Marda Loop. Good to have you along here on whether you're on the YouTubes or if you're listening at some point in the future. Welcome.
Good to have you as well, dude.
There's Retro. Now you had your face was quite close to the camera there. What were you perusing? Yeah.
The Wolverine sent something in I'm like,
oh, did he? Or is it just to you?
Yesterday or today?
I think it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Is it bad if someone if your email, your ID was used to sign in Houston?
If you're not in Houston, yes.
I love Houston.
Were you there?
Nope.
Yeah, it's not good. Do you have any personal friends on the Houston Astros? Was the shoveler watching some games? She doing some scouting?
Maybe she's got some connections.
Were you at Houston's having a beef dip by chance?
That's another possibility.
Did you read it wrong? Oh yeah, I did do that.
Because that I'd be like, yeah, there's a good chance. Yeah, there's a good chance. We're here in the Tower Chrysler Studios. Tower Chrysler, Consumer Choice Award winner, your favorite Dodge Chrysler Ram dealer in Southern Alberta. I'm going to throw Southern Alberta just the whole thing. Yeah. Serge sent me a photo last night. He and his
what's he doing?
Lovely significant other.
Yeah.
At the game last night.
Not as fun as the 10-0 game, but
no. And but he was there. He was sporting the colors.
Yeah. I could guess which name bar he had on.
No, it was this. Barn burner.
I thought you meant the Flames.
No,
wow, he's got the barn burner gear on?
Yeah, buddy.
What a guy.
Yeah.
All right. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, Rhonda had the Breadman t-shirt going.
Wow.
Representing. God love you.
Repping the FlamesNation gear.
That's right. Tower Chrysler.
And nationgear.ca.
Is that what it is? On the show today, we'll talk a little bit of Calgary Flames news. None of it good.
Oh,
none of it.
What?
Most of it.
Most of it bad.
Most of it not good. Yeah.
Most of it bad. Most of it not good. Some of it good, I suppose.
Yeah.
What do you want first, Rhett?
We'll
start with the good news. That sounds good.
Yeah.
At the Dome last night. Let's start with the whole, because there's a little splitsy squad deal action last night between the Seattle Kraken. Are we still loving the Kraken? Are we just all a flutter about the Kraken?
We like the jerseys, and when they were guaranteed win night, it was a little funner. But if they were to be a team to steal a playoff spot in the Pacific, less lovely, less cute, less adorable.
Yeah, I feel like we're over it. It was kind of like the Vegas thing. Oh, isn't that cute?
And then they went to the final. Like, okay, bleep these guys.
The jerseys, they're new. I kind of like them.
They're like, hey, this face the franchise. You're out of here. You out of here. You out of here. Okay, there's no loyalty. Screw these guys.
All right, yeah, get the heck out of here. So just a couple of the highlights from last night. But it's not about the goals that we'll discuss. Starting early with our boy. Look at her. Getting her going. Look at the 3 and change into the good. There we go. Holy cow. How's our internet?
Seriously.
Jack, what's going on with our internet?
Jack, did you break the internet?
There's Walker Dewar.
Another backhand goal.
Very sporadically.
2 at home.
Putting the puck in the net.
Pretty bad, isn't it?
Like really bad.
Hope it doesn't sound that way.
Yeah.
That's why we're number one.
Yeah, that's right. In Marda Loop.
That's why we're number one in Marda Loop.
Yeah.
Number one podcast in this room.
The disputed
at
number
this
one.
moment.
Yeah. Potentially the number one.
Oh dear. I leave home. Hey? Had to come in.
I know.
Bowman never comes in. Never comes. Oh, yeah. My internet's working pretty damn good. My lights are working good. Jack, you said she Jack Retro before the start of the show. Just stomping around in here.
Not liking it.
Fucking RJ. God, these batteries are shit. God damn it.
Dropping names too.
Well,
what's going on, Jack?
That's a boom.
Jack, what's going on?
Well, it's been going on for a couple days now. RJ, so we bought these batteries for these lights in here.
A lot of lights in here.
We were going to get rid of some of the cords, and it was a great idea.
Mm.
Turns out the batteries are from like Value Village, so they last 5 minutes.
Hey, those secondhand batteries, won't be knocking those. Those are the cool ones.
And RJ's got something with Frank on Thursday, so he decided to take the plugins to the batteries, but not the lights.
To the lights, the plugins for the lights.
Yeah, the plugins for the lights, but he didn't take the lights.
Frank the Tank in town this week.
So I guess I don't want to get lost in the sauce. The batteries without the lights are good for what?
10 minutes.
No,
We'll
but
see.
what do you use them for if you don't have the lights to put them into?
I don't know.
Nothing.
But you got batteries.
So he's got the cords and batteries, but no lights.
Correct.
Well-oiled machine here, Retro.
It's
Well-oiled machine. You're gonna want
Hey,
those.
listen, there's no one fucking stomping on the roof like Santa Claus in here. That's
When
let me
you
say that.
when you go to put the lights to set the lights up for Frank the Tank, and the lights aren't there.
Yeah.
Shit, gonna need those lights. Anyway, so yeah, Jack and I maybe overplayed it a little bit in a little bit of a flap.
Just
but
like
either
you.
way,
Dealing me a grenade with Francis yesterday. Thanks for that.
yeah, you're welcome. My whole thing is you batteries are the last resort. When you're indoors with power, you got to use power cables. I know we don't like it. I know it's not convenient. We got some cables running around here.
A lot of cables.
It was a good idea, but
No,
it didn't work at all.
battery's never a good idea when you have a hard plug-in. It's
Sounds
just like
good.
saying, I'll go off the Wi-Fi. I don't want to hardwire this. That's a bad idea too.
Yeah, never a good idea. Never a good idea. So anyway, in that game, Retro, the Flames, you saw it there. Walker Duer chugged his way to a goal. Also, Ilya Soloviev. Soloviev.
Sounds like a nice
Soothing, right?
European hand cream.
Oh, pass the Soloviev. He scores, whoever he is.
Oh,
And
jeez.
they actually, sorry, Soloviev was in Seattle. It was Duer, Backlund, and Mangiapane. They scored 5 on 29 on Dustin Wolf. Not ideal.
Nope, not, and he said it. Not a good
I
night.
thought he was like guaranteed to be a god and have his statue outside the dome.
Well, and I mean, if it's one preseason game, we can write his career off here.
That's right.
These are huge takeaways.
Do we want to try Seattle?
What did we say yesterday? AHL versus NHL? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't.
clearly there's a
Wasn't
difference.
quite the same lineup last night, but yes.
Let's go to the highlights. Split squad action. We go to the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle.
Oh my God, what is going on here?
Slow. We're gonna slow it down for you.
Yeah, now slow it down right here. And I place it back to the point. There's Soloviev. No,
That's Dryden Hunt right there.
D Hunt.
Yeah. More on him in a moment.
Did you see the Rune Dog trying to sneak that one on the back door?
I was,
Trying to get credit.
Support. It's good support. Here's the aforementioned Soloviev.
This, Jack, please.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Like
You're
it's
good.
something, right?
So why are we good, but that's crap? Or are we just looking on the wrong?
What's your guess, Jack?
Jackie?
Is it your shitty computer?
I think
Probably,
it's
yeah. I think it's
Jack.
your bad luck here. Come back.
Curse of the
Is
bone.
that what it is? Yeah.
now
okay.
you've done it, Jack. You won't see him till
Yeah.
Christmas.
Well,
Thanks, Jack.
He had the Christmas show.
for
See
the
you at the
betterment of the
Christmas
show. See ya. Anyway, now the levity and the frivolity ends because you come back to Calgary, 5-3 loss. Yes, Dustin Wolf 5 and 29, not ideal. But also, are we going to show the highlight?
Let's try it. I feel like third time's a charm, right?
Good heavens.
Right, Jack?
End of the first period, dying seconds of the first period. Puck coming into the back into the Flame zone.
No, Jack's face. This isn't going to go well.
Everyone get out their phones and pull it up.
Look at the spinning wheel of death. All right, so it's freeze frame there. Oh my God.
No, oh my God.
Oh, quick. How's the guy supposed to defend himself?
See, that's why I've been slowing it down. Oh,
Bonk. And
if you keep playing it over and over, does it eventually like get its shit together, or does it just continue to chug away?
that's a good question.
Anyway, Jacob Pelche skating into the offensive zone to
Peel.
gather the puck. Right there, he throws the break on. Marian Studenic is in hot pursuit. And as Pelche throws the brakes on, Studenic kind of has no
Nowhere to
option
go.
but to run into him. Pelche goes hurtling into the side boards and comes up favoring his left shoulder, considerably favoring his left shoulder.
Favoring like it's his better shoulder? I feel like it was the
Like
droopy
your kid,
left
you're like
shoulder.
your
It's hanging
third
a left
child's
shoulder.
your favorite.
It was not ideal. Stayed on the ice for quite some time.
Look, we got some doctors on YouTube. This is unreal. Jack, can you
And,
throw that up?
Yeah.
Someone through that grainy video has come to this diagnosis. Done for the year, apparently. Sure, great,
That's it.
awesome. Thanks, YouTube
Oh,
comments.
That's a doctor. That's who we went to see
He's
this
having
morning.
start.
Like, what is this?
No,
You can't
that's-
say that.
Why? There's a doctor that Pelche saw this morning, and this is the hidden.
This
This
is
is
him.
the
Yeah.
secret.
The Flames doctor's got a burner and watches our
Yes,
show.
his burner phone.
Yeah.
Just trying to get some info out to us. We should take it at face value. You see stuff on the internet, it doesn't mean it's made up.
Okay. I mean, if he goes to Aaron Rodgers' people, he could be back next week, couldn't he?
Yeah. Do we have any eye of newt, tongue of bat kicking around here?
Stir that cauldron. Let's get him a
That's
little,
right. It is almost Halloween's
little
coming.
potion.
Not good, man.
No.
I mean, they'll do MRIs and get we'll know more today. Obviously, Huska was asked about it after the game, and there's
I
nothing.
hope he
but,
doesn't get in for an MRI in front of someone else.
You're stirring the pot, hey? I'm sure they you know.
Are you being a shit right now?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, he is.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's right. The athletes get preferential treatment, right?
Yes,
Um,
I 100% am being a dick.
So in the course of a week, Oliver Shillington leaves the hockey club. Their prized young goaltender allows 5 on 29,
Oh,
and
Denny Gilbert.
a
Mhm.
first round pick who maybe last year could have played more, should have played
Could have.
more, was ready to be an
Jesus.
NHLer a year ago,
Couldn't have played
certainly
less.
primed to be an NHLer this year. Does not look like someone who's going to be starting an opening night.
Yeah, and we talked about it. Almost everything went wrong for the Flames last year. When you talk about net mining, special teams, guys in new surroundings, the room dynamic,
and
the
the one
coach.
thing-
The one thing,
The one
the
thing.
one thing that did go right for them is they were healthy as hell. And I think we expect a lot of regression to the mean or a return to normalcy on a lot of those fronts. But if you're going to play out on one side, you got to play the other. They're going to have more injuries than they did last year. That's about as healthy as you can be in a hockey season. And here, before the season even starts, you've got Gilbert that is already a tiny bit dinged up, and Pelche that looks like it's probably a weeks, not days situation.
I'm distracted by that bun that you've got going. I'm not sure I like that look on you.
I just pull up
Thank
my
you.
face.
This is what we need. We
Okay.
don't need a prim and proper bun
There we are.
on our show.
Okay.
It's not what we're about.
No buns.
Thank you. Wolf. will be-
Anyway, they're going to be
Wolf will
more hurt than they were
fine.
last year.
Pelche was going to score 10 and earn his way onto the roster. Let's relax. That's what I'm here for. To calm you folks down, give you some reality, some perspective.
How's he just going to get in for an MRI? Just walk in and hand it on MRIs in the corner or street corner? What are they doing with the...
Maybe they have a machine.
Kind of presumptuous to just think you're going to go get an MRI out of the blue. No, it's not.
Yeah, why didn't
so-
they hire him again? That
Yeah. So with that said, who does this stand to benefit? They're not going to play a forward short. They are going to put someone in Pelche's place.
Pick me.
Rhett, who do you like?
Who scored last? Rooney. Didn't Rooney? Rooney
No,
was
not
right
the
there.
Rune
Not
Dog.
the
Come
Rune
on.
Dog.
The Rune Dog is playing fourth line in the
He's
HL
making too
last
much
year.
Yes.
money.
He was right there.
He was trying to steal that goal. It bounced in the net and was sitting on the goal. And bang, bang. I got it. It's me. It's
Yeah.
me. Rune Dog.
Do we have those lines?
Who's
Kicking
wearing
around?
17? We got to have 17 and Luch.
Okay. Can I spend you my top 9 if Pelche's not
I'm
there?
really waiting for Rhett.
I know.
Give us, so who
God
have you
damn
liked
it.
in camp?
He can name 6 of the
Listen.
top 9.
You can't jump to conclusions yet. There's a lot of camp left. We got to let these guys.
No, it's conversation. We're doing a little talk show. We do one
no,
every day.
No. We got to let them play.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
right.
Yeah.
Nobody has
Uh,
stood up, so there's lots of time.
Alan Quine.
Oh, Al Quine. That's your boy. Him and Rosie, top liners.
All right, Ryan, what do you think would be?
Okay, so I think we have a good idea that the first shot at top line is going to be Lindholm, Huberdeau, Sharangovich.
Great
right?
line.
I think we've got an idea that you could have Coronado, Kadri, Dubé together. That's been a trio we've seen.
Okay.
You've also got the time-tested and true Coleman, Backlund, and Mangiapane line. There's your top 9 if Pelche's not around, right? You want to give some skill for Coronado to work with. He's a finisher. That third line we've seen, the first line makes sense in terms of a lot of the reasons why it was put together. So what you're really talking about is who's your fourth line. Walker Dewar's on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you got a lot of guys that are fighting for the other 2 spots or 3 if you're going to carry 13 forwards. So that to me is, okay, Adam Ruzicka, what are you?
Are you every day going to show up and play, Adam? Or are you?
Never has, but if he does, he's got a job.
Games.
Dryden Hunt, you're a S disturber that's a perfect fourth line player that runs around and hits everything, and you're physical, you kill penalties. And I think Ben Jones is a guy that's going to get some love as well. That we don't talk a lot about him because he kind of felt like an older guy in the A, but he's still a prospecty type guy in a sense. And I think the people that have, I don't think the people that do pay attention to the Heat a bunch have really shined this guy up as someone that if you need someone to come in and play fourth line minutes, he could do that.
Can you give us more on this individual? Because this is Ben Jones is a name that there's 8 million of them in the world. So
yeah, it's kind of like it's a John Smith. Yeah.
Yeah. So
there might be 2 of them. That's why it looks so good.
His brother is the quarterback of the New York Giants.
Yeah. This is Benny Dimes.
Yeah.
Benny Dimes.
God, we're stupid.
Now he's got to make the
he has to make
so
the
we can use Benny Dimes.
Benny Dimes.
But I had said, because Hunt scored last night, and I said maybe more on him in a moment. He just kind of feels to me.
Well, for the Rangers a couple of years ago,
right? He's got some
playoffs.
NHL games. He's probably a guy.
Dewar and Hunt are your wingers, and then who wants to play center? Ruzicka, can you do this? If not, it's Benny Dimes.
The thing with Pelche though is maybe that's how it starts. He doesn't stay in the fourth line. He's going to elevate. If Dubé has some bad games, he goes to the second line. He's there to provide offense and speed and energy.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now with everyone healthy and on paper, okay, you can live without it. But I think by game 10, 20, 30, not to say Pelche won't be back, but it just puts you at such a disadvantage now. If it's 4 to 6 weeks or whatever it is, and we're really kind of out there.
We're really speculating here. Yeah.
But if it's something, then it's not back like scratch, start all over, but it's not ideal. No,
of course it's not ideal. But I think, again, I sort of saw it as there's sort of 10 guys you'd like to have in the top 9. One's hurt. You're really into it's kind of like with Shillington. You've got 4 D-men that are absolutely unquestionably better than him, but he was a guy you would have loved to see in the top 4. You can absorb these. It's the next injury that's really going to attack your depth, either at forward or
who's
deep.
it going to? Have you heard?
I haven't heard who's going to get hurt yet. Rhett, do you know?
I don't have a clue what you people are talking
I hope
about.
it's not Benny Dimes.
What is your fourth line? What does Ben Jones do? Is he a point guy? Is he? Well, give me a reference point for this individual. Like, what type of player is he?
I don't know that I have a good answer for that because, to be fair,
he?
I didn't pay a ton of attention to that team last year. But it
So you
seems
just
like
throw
he's a
fucking names out there too.
No, like I said, the people that covered that team spoke glowingly of him, and I'm taking people's word for it. It's not my scouting report, but a lot of people like this guy. That's all.
Pause. Let's let it play out.
He's got a good nickname.
Like what are we trying to do here? That's going to back it up, Dean. You know when you're driving the bus and it's not parked just right.
Yeah.
So, we're going to bring her back a little. What do you want out of your fourth line?
I want pace.
Reliability or energy, fast, physical. What's Huska want out of his fourth line? Like, let's start there.
And a reminder,
he wants a big bunch of bodies that are going to bang and crash. I don't know. Is Jones that guy? I don't know.
Last year at this time, it was Rundog, Lucic, and Lewis. So
it'll be better than that. It's going to be better.
And they'll play with a lot more pace than those guys, right?
Yeah, it's hard not to.
That was just last year for the Rune Dog, eh?
It didn't last long, but that was. I still haven't got a good, this person recommended that and they thought that this guy could do this, because it was like they hid that guy immediately.
It was, I didn't sense he was on the radar, but there he is. And then he played. How many games did he friggin' play? And then poof, smoke bomb, gone. And there was never because even you look at some of the guys that they've signed in the past that maybe didn't work out. I keep forgetting the guy, Nordstrom, right? Or Joachim
Joakim.
He's going to come in. He's a penalty killer, and he's good on draws, and he's this and he's that. At least there was some kind of, here's our rationale.
And they paid him fucking league man or $900,000 or something. It's like, there's no risk. Like, you put him in the minors if it doesn't work. Like,
the Rooney
that's not
sweepstakes, day one
2.1 or something, or 1.7.
It was one something a year, right?
For 2 years. Who did you outbid for the Rune Dog?
Yeah, I'm sure he's a nice guy. Guys, lay off the Rune Dog.
No, but literally in the playoffs last year, he was playing fourth line minutes for the Calgary Heat Wrangler Heats, the Dancing Horses.
What about that big bastard Klapka? Isn't there?
I don't mind that. That's another option. And I think this is like the point that we've said earlier. There's lots of these kids that Conroy likes that could give you a couple games, and like, who wants to do something? If you're 6'7" Klapka or whatever he is, I wouldn't mind looking at that.
We talked about it. The Heat are down the hallway. You keep a guy.
Wranglers.
The Heat are down the hallway.
Heat is on.
Yeah. They've got the heat on down the hallway for the Wranglers.
Somebody turn the heat on. We're your AHL team. At least please put the heat on.
The Miami Heat.
Some respect, please. No, Klapka.
There's another guy.
Whoever
whoever
starts fine.
Clap dog.
The moment.
The clap dog. If you went clap dog,
the clapper,
the hunter, and Walker there, like that is a full chaos run into everything trio. And Klapka played some big minutes and had some big goals in the playoffs.
Clap on
the Klapka. Those guys both have to make the team now.
There's another clap that you don't get as excited about.
No, you don't.
The Z-Pack.
You need an MRI for that one. Can I get in immediately? Can I get in while Pelche's getting his shoulder looked at? I got something. Anyway, it's I mean, it's
you fill the spot, and that's why the Heat down the road for the Wranglers. Soon as the foot comes off the gas for whoever's in that spot, gone. Next guy up.
Yeah, there's lots of guys, and even like Connor Zary, you want to keep having a preseason? Like, sure. I think there's like 6 guys they could roll in as their 12th or 13th forward.
The nice thing about not having last year's fourth line is that it's not a complete dumpster fire offensively. Like, you might be able to play a guy that can score on that fourth line. Yeah, right?
And if a guy doesn't play well, someone else could take his turn.
Yeah.
I think last year the coaching staff avoided looking at Trevor Lewis and Milan Lucic in the eyes if they didn't play well. They just route the next game no matter what. And I get it. They're veterans. It's different. But you can just rotate guys through and see, hey, who wants to play well? There's a job here, fellas. Maybe Clark Bishop.
Oh, Bishop. Not a bad day, huh?
Bishop Nelson.
Pelche, first round, 26th overall in 2019. Mm-hmm. Fellas, it's almost 2024.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's running out of time. I'm not saying he's running out of, but you get drafted in 19. You go back to junior.
Well, that's stupid
junior again.
Pandemic shit, right?
Right.
Like, the guy's hardly played for a couple of years there.
Then you come to training camp. All right.
Go get a kid.
Go get it.
Not quite ready.
Pelche didn't have a very good camp. All right. Well,
excellent year in the A that year.
Great in the A.
Become a
coach doesn't like playing, not fond, veterans. We're looking to win right now. We don't need to develop anybody.
Does he have Trevor Lewis's jewelry?
We don't need that. Goes to put on 8 pounds retro.
The Ocho.
This is small guys, whatever, 5'9", 166, 7 pounds. Put 8 pounds of muscle on that frame. Comes to the camp, and then this happens.
Too heavy. Happened to me too.
Too heavy.
Yeah.
So for context, Benny Dimes 2 years earlier was drafted.
Okay. Give me some more deets.
7th round, 189 by the Golden Knights.
Okay, good.
Waterloo.
Play junior.
You'd be an OHL guy, I'm guessing.
Right. Huh.
I did look at him the other day. I just must have been hungover.
Benny Dimes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm hearing this hype here. I got to figure out what this guy is. And then Brett asked me, I'm like, I got nothing.
I love that you used his name and tried to make me look like an ass for not knowing it.
Well, Rhett.
No, I didn't try to make it like that. I prefaced the whole thing by saying
right.
people that
Boomer
know
did.
that team have said him.
The nice thing about having depth, Rhett, when you have guys like.
Okay, so last year, 54 points in 71 games. And
He's too old. Get him out of here. Bring a kid.
Oh, gee, okay. Anyway,
I think he's the same. Probably
Bad
as
week.
the clap dog.
tough week. Not ideal. Two young, burgeoning stars.
Right, but wait till they sign Backlund to 5x5.
Can't wait.
Then you'll have a good week.
Yeah, can't wait.
Thank
Well,
God
need
we got a captain.
so we got
All
Baylor.
these negatives, but I'll be damned. We got a captain.
It's early, and this stuff happens in training camp. And again, I don't know.
It also happens during the year.
Yeah. I just mean, like, if you were going to tell me someone got hurt and it was catastrophic, like how many career games has Pelts got? I get it. For him, it's not ideal, but this isn't like losing Lindholm.
Can I ask you guys something?
Yo,
Sure, Dean.
Just between us girls. Michael Backlund.
Hmm.
Oh, boy.
Do you think it's fair to say he is entertaining a contract extension right now, more so because of the potential of being captain than if it was not in the mix? If there was already an established captain, if all this talk from within the room about he could be the captain, do you think that in any way is fueling him to maybe get his agent to engage or to continue with talks?
I think that's be a better way to describe it. The Flames are approaching more than Backlund.
It's not what I asked you.
So I would say
because
no.
I'll get there
I will say
eventually.
no. Yeah.
So you think that has no bearing on Michael Backlund at all?
I think there's very little bearing on it.
Okay, Rhett?
Yes. I think it has lots of bearing on it.
Like, I don't know that Michael Backlund, if you offered him the deal he wants to get in his head this summer.
I'm not saying he's going to take league minimum. I'm
No,
just
I'm
saying,
not-
do you think right now he's like, well,
Yes.
maybe
I think
he's doing what Gaudreau should have done and considered, well, I can go somewhere else and I might make a few more bucks and maybe I have a better chance to win. But I could also stay here and ride it out, and maybe this team turns the corner and I might make a few less bucks and have a chance of putting my number in the rafters.
What if he gets both, fellas? Like,
well, and there is that.
that's sort of what I'm thinking, is that, like, he's got an agent that's going to try to get him what he thinks he's worth, and he also wants to be the captain.
I'm asking, it's kind of rhetorical for me because I absolutely think that it has bearing for sure. I think that there's way too much talk about Francis, Friedman, like you name all the insiders. Well, Michael Backlund would like to be the captain of this team. He'd like to be the captain of this team. There's still no captain. We heard it was going to be Anderson and it wasn't. We heard maybe it was going to be Uyghur, still isn't. Then it's, he's maybe talking. So I guess should you be more encouraged or less encouraged if that's the case?
I think, like, I understand everything you're saying. I also think you could ask all these same questions from the Flames perspective. Like, are they trying to sign Backlund because they want him to be the captain? Yeah.
And again, because that's the second part of this.
Yeah.
Then from the team's perspective, if he's coming back in just to get the letter, or is he the guy you want anyway to be the captain?
Yesterday. That's what I said. I said, well,
what about Michael Backlund to you screams captain?
I can't speak to it. It's only that all the guys in the room have said it. That's the only reason I'm banging the drum.
From where you sit, you've watched
from
him
where
for
I
years.
sit, and Rhett keeps saying it. From where we sit, it really doesn't mean bleep all. It's for the 23 guys in the room that it matters, and all those guys all offseason have said that's the
so
guy.
you have no opinion whatsoever.
Well, I think he plays the right way. I think he works his tail off. I think he's been their best player in big moments. You look back at the Oilers series. You look at he's a guy that I think what he does is still undervalued, and I think he plays the right way, and I think he's a pillar in the community. You don't have to worry about him waking up at a dumpster.
That's a reason. So
no, but I mean, all the real reasons are ones I'm not in the room to know. But if you can tell me from what I can see from here,
going to war, are you following that guy? Is he the guy that's at the front of the line? Follow me. We're going into one.
I don't know. I mean, that's a question for the players, right? I mean, they seem to speak like he is. You guys haven't been buying this for long, and I get it. You guys aren't buying that he's capital C captain. That's fine. It's just that Uyghur and Anderson, all these other guys that are candidates for this, have been saying, "Well, yeah, that's
here's the
Who have
problem
they
I
been
have
saying
with
it to, Ryan?
Sorry,
Who have
can
they
I-
been saying it to?
the media."
The media,
Yeah.
right?
So
Fuck
why are they
gonna
doing him
say to the
favors? The
media?
media. What's explain that?
Oh, everybody was fine with Daryl, and there's never any problem, and the team's good, and everything's tight. Like you put so much stock in what guys say in the media. Like, how much truth do you get in the media?
Well, so when guys go in the media and say that Backlund was the one going back and forth with the coach when there was disagreements, that's said to me that he's the guy that speaks on behalf of that room with the coach. And maybe that's only one piece. But again, I'm consistently saying the people in the room know more than we do about this. They're the ones that have floated his name more than anyone
The
else.
only way you hear what the people in the room are saying is through Eric Francis saying, "Hey, who do you think should be captain? Would Michael Backlund make a good captain?"
I see what you're saying, but I mean,
hate that idiot. He's an asshat. Come on. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying you're wrong. But to Boom's point, you're only going to hear if they ask, would Uyghur make a good captain? Ask the rest of the team, would Uyghur make a good captain? What's the response?
I think people will say nice things. Yeah. I think it's been more when it's unprompted that guys go out of the way to talk about.
I don't think. I don't see that. He may very well be the leader of the room. I don't think he's very good at it because he's never led them. In my opinion, I've not seen it. I liked him against Edmonton 2 years ago in the playoffs. So I thought he had a good series.
Fast forward.
One of the few.
Yeah.
And there's at times where but I've never considered or looked at him as a leader of the team. And I think that my fear right now, wow, I would put a lot of money on this. The only reason they haven't named a captain is because they have a deal offer out to Michael Backlund, and it includes being the captain. And once he decides, that's going, then
I'd agree with that. And that's why I keep thinking about it from the team's perspective. I think they want him to be the captain more than he's saying, I won't sign here unless I'm the captain. And they can't name him the captain if he doesn't have a deal because it puts you in a shitty spot if you're selling at the deadline.
This is the problem for the team is that if that's your bait to get a guy on the hook to be the captain, that's shitty.
And it could be. I mean,
the other side of it is if he doesn't want to fucking be here and be the captain, then get rid of him. It shouldn't.
I think he does. Yeah.
It's just sign the fucking contract.
And I think that's what people are saying is going to happen here. No one's saying this isn't going to get done. It's kind of like this is probably going to happen is what we're hearing. I remember when Roberto Luongo was in Vancouver coming up on free agency and he was their star netminder and he was the bleeping man. And they literally named a goalie the captain, got his deal done. And then it was like Kessler or somebody else or Sedin or someone took a letter like the season after the deal was done. And like, is that how you want to do business? No. Did it help you get Roberto on a team friendlier deal? It probably did. It's not same because Roberto's a superstar. Michael Backlund's not that, but I don't think it's this sinister evil thing. If you can somehow shave off $200-300 grand, why wouldn't you? If you already want to name him the captain, if you're trying to turn him into a captain, he's not, then don't do it. But I think they believe when you talk to Huska and Connie and these guys, like it feels like he's been their guy for a while. Maybe it doesn't feel like the way to you, but it does to me.
But this is the problem with all of it is that if it's just Huska and Conroy's guy, then it's get the hell out of the. What are you talking about? You don't need management's for a captain for management. And this is the problem. Have a fucking vote and name the captain. It should have happened day one of training camp. Get out of the way.
Yeah. So, okay, let's say they do that and it's every names in the hat and Backlund wins that vote. Are you going to name him that without a contract?
Yes.
Okay. And then if you're selling at the deadline and someone wants
Backlund,
Backlund,
a captain, it adds to the value.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want him fucking here forever anyway. Like, what are we talking about? He's a captain, so he gets to stay as long as he wants. That's what you did with Gio and Iggy. How'd it turn out?
Well, if they traded Gio, it would have been great.
Exactly. How about
no? I don't think it means you give him a bad deal. I think it might mean the opposite. That
he can hold it over your head too and go, "You want me to be captain?"
Yeah.
To me, I feel like, and I see the chat's like, oh, you guys don't listen to interviews. It might stun you that
right.
maybe, just maybe, we know more than you might know. But anyway, I feel like Backlund's desire to be captain is greater than the Flames' desire for him to be captain. If Michael Backlund leaves, I don't think they're like, shit, we have lost a true leader. We are really could have used his
Maybe
leadership.
better
We would
off.
love to have had a C on his chest. You'd be like, okay, well, it's Uyghur.
Then it's not really
Or
any
it's
leverage,
Anderson.
then, is it? If they're okay with someone else being the captain, they don't have to offer him anything.
Which is why I wonder if you're going to need to take a discount. But yeah, you get to be the captain, I guess. None of it feels right to me at all.
I know, and it hasn't all year. We
Backlund has
talked
the
about this for a
C,
year. Yeah.
the C being part of a negotiation, whether it's saving the team money or getting more for whatever it is.
How sorry, are you going to keep going?
No, just none of it.
Yeah, none of it's good because I don't think any of it's good going back a year, and it's been a shit show since last summer. And they've tried to slapstick this together, and they've signed guys to contracts that they shouldn't have, and blah 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 blah. You are where you are. How hard was it for the Boston Bruins to name a captain?
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, they go Chara to
But where the
Bergeron
fuck
to
is it,
Marchand.
Ryan?
Yeah.
You just say, "Oh yeah, well, yeah. Yes, exactly." It shouldn't
So-
be a debate. There should be someone in the room where it's like, clear-cut captain here. We know
Not
who the
all
guy
teams
is.
can go Hall of Famer to Hall of Famer to Hall of Famer. I get what you're saying,
You're
but
so
that's a
dumb.
rare
Is
instance.
Ryan Scrudland a Hall of Famer?
No, of course not.
Then
But
fuck, what do you like? The point is, there's usually a leader in a room, and this is the problem.
Gio
the
was
guy's
kind of the
been
clear
there for
guy.
fucking 15 years and never fucking taken the helm. Like,
you can
when
say something
Gio
about
left,
Marchand
why
when he's licking
wasn't he
people's faces not being a
instantly-
captain. I mean, I get what you're saying. It's just that's the team to pick where you say they might have the best leadership group in hockey the last
But,
10
okay,
years. So
so-
that's a tough place to compare to. That's all.
Oh, no, it's
To go
not.
captainless for 2 seasons.
The Flames?
Yeah.
I don't think Daryl wanted one.
Backlund was here.
Yeah, I
Did
know.
he
I
just-
don't
did-
think
Did he
Daryl
just
wanted him to
evolve
be the
into a
captain.
leader?
No,
captain
I don't
material in
think
the 2
Daryl
years?
saw him as a captain.
So
And
do
you
you
know
don't
what?
put any
Daryl's
stock in a
right
guy
about a
that's
lot
got
of stuff.
thousands of games coached and has an opinion on hockey that even if he's mean, he's not mean to you, and he does have a clue about hockey? You don't
course
put
he
any
does, yeah.
stock into that?
I put some considerable stock in that, but I also put stock into Craig Conroy, who has played with the guy and knows him well too. There was differing opinions on that position that Daryl had about captaincy. He had final say. Like Daryl clearly didn't want him to be the captain, or he'd be the captain. Fair.
Yeah.
But Daryl also did some things last year where you're like, this season doesn't even feel like Daryl. Like this feels like
Yeah, but
next
you did
level
okay with
crazy.
2 years ago when
beans.
they won the fucking again, you always it's easy to bitch about Daryl last year, and I'm on board. He did things weird and it was awkward. I don't get it. But the year before, everything was real good.
It was.
Real good.
Your 2 superstars left, and here we are, still trying to figure out what this team is.
Anyway, and you know what? Look, it ended up being a 2-on-1, and I didn't necessarily
No, but
mean
I-
it for that.
Honestly,
I
it's
just
been that way all summer with Backlund. And to be fair, it's been a decade where I've really liked Backlund well before he turned into
This has
this
nothing
solid,
to-
dependable player. But
This has nothing to do with that. This
Okay.
is completely different. This
But-
is this team right now.
yes,
Captaincy affecting contract negotiations potentially. I'm sure it happens,
yeah,
but I don't know that I can't think of a situation where it's happened.
it doesn't feel like best practices. I gave you the longer example, but I mean, it's not same at all. That's a younger guy in his prime. But yeah, here we are. They want to have a captain. Connie said it in his opening press conference. They think he's the best candidate. He wants to be it. He also doesn't have a contract. Here's the mess you're in, Connie.
Well, I
Sorry.
don't like Uyghur and Rasmus Anderson anymore then, because those are the guys that should be stepping up. And if they're not clear to the captain material, then I have an issue with them now. And I'm not even joking. I'm actually half-ass serious here. Those are the guys that should be taking the helm. Not Backlund at 35, 36, using it as a negotiation.
So Rasmus, when he's 28, 29, taking over from Backlund, doesn't feel like succession to you?
No. I don't know what your hard on for Backlund is. Like you're convinced that this is the guy that
I don't think he has to be anything. It's just when Connie came out and said it, and Huska came out and said they're like, we need a captain, and he's top of their list. Like I just think those guys know more than I do about how that room worked last year.
and I don't. But you're excluding me from knowing a room. And
No,
you're saying that
but
they're closer to
you
it,
were the guy
sure.
that said at the beginning of the summer, you got to be in that room to know. Those are the guys that matter. The felt C for the fans. Who gives a shit? It's how
Exactly,
the
and they
room
haven't
operates.
named him for 2 years, and even prior to that, he wasn't even like. Anyway, I don't hate. I'm fighting against Michael Backlund like I have a passion for this. I don't give a shit. To be quite honest with you, give him the C. If I don't think it's good practice, I think because the GM and the coach, you know what the GM and the coach also like? A yes man. You bet, boss. I'll do it for you. That doesn't make the best captain.
Yeah, he wasn't that last year though, right? He was the guy that had friction with the head coach.
That's true.
And look, I'll say this. Yeah. If this is the way it's going to go, if this happens, it'd be a really good time for Michael Backlund to have a great season. And last year was one of them. And for this team to be good, because it's going to be a tough
spot
look
for him, though, because if
is.
he doesn't, this guy's terrible. He's our captain. What have we committed to? Right? Like it's a
totally.
I don't think it's a win spot for him.
I mean, they have to be good, and then it's like, wow, maybe how do we miss this? How do we miss this?
That's one thing too, right? That we haven't really considered is that puts pressure on a player.
And when do the wheels fall off a 35-year-old?
Yeah, does Michael Backlund, the player who's been very good for them, does he need that?
I think Backlund knows. I mean, he doesn't know. He's never been captain. But
in a year and a half from now, if he signs a 2 or 3 year extension and he's in year 1 of that extension, and now the tread's coming off the tires and he's the captain, it's probably not
what does Connie know about this from his playing days? Like, what can he lean on? Because he was a captain and it became clear that it was time for someone else to be the captain, and he handed it over. Maybe I'm grasping my thoughts.
No.
How is he viewing all this?
I'm going to give you my. Well, now I've gotten distracted because you slowed me down. Damn it! I wanted to jump in there at a good
Connie,
point.
Captain.
What does Conroy think?
What does Conroy?
He was the captain, and then
he handed it to
he handed it off to Jerome. And,
no, it's gone
for Backlund as he gets older.
Because I think
getting older and the pressure of being the captain.
Look, why does Connie so hell bent on a captain, and why does he say he thought it was a mistake to not have him last year?
Well, I think that's I don't have an issue with them wanting a captain.
No, I know. I'm not trying to opinion anything.
All teams have them.
I'm just thinking, why is Connie? This is like he's very determined to do this. It's not like, we'll see.
Well, part of the issue then I have, and again, I don't care if Michael Backlund's the captain, and I wish him all the success in the world, and I hope he's a great captain for the next decade. He can be the Chris Chelios of the Calgary Flames. Wonderful. I do like arguing with Pinder because he jumps on both sides of the fence, and he can go back and forth. He's got a great art for it.
Very good, yeah.
Should have been a lawyer. Fuck.
The issue I think that this points to, and that we've discussed as a group for decade, is that the whole if Conroy believes they need a captain, we have to have it, and Backlund has to be that guy. I guess to me, and I brought up Anderson and Weegar, then I think there's something missing in that room.
Well, you know what it is, Rhett, and there
was last year for sure, Rhett. There was.
I was just going to say, because you know what the perfect best case scenario is? Sam Bennett has been your leader. He's your captain.
Yes.
Johnny Gaudreau is your captain. Matthew Tkachuk, captain. Sean Monahan, like one of those guys that were high draft picks and pillars of the franchise, leaders on the ice. One of them would have been your captain, and my guess is it would have been clear to everybody.
And if you had to trade a Matthew Tkachuk in his prime, and you got 2 players back that were theoretically star caliber players, that one of those guys would be an obvious choice for the C. I can't even imagine the idea of a C on Jonathan Huberdeau's chest. Ditto Nazem Kadri, who came off a Stanley Cup here and pulled the shoot harder than we've seen in important playoff games against cellar dwellers. I mean, it might be more about that.
Ryan, what a point that is. Why is no one saying, hey, Kadri's here for 6 more years. Huberdeau's here for another 8.
I think it's obvious.
They should be.
They're not leaders.
You hear no one saying that.
No, I get that you're new. It's tougher spots. You're coming off bad years, but it isn't even like a little soft, wet paper, argument for them. No one's even trying. It can't be those 2. And maybe it could be Weber, and maybe it could be Anderson, and maybe it could be.
How long did Huberdeau have? He had an A in Florida, my guess is, for a long time. Kadri had an A pretty much, certainly in Toronto. Did he in Colorado? I'm not sure. Maybe depending.
I doubt it.
Should Nazem Kadri?
No, Nazem Kadri shouldn't, because he's not. Nazem Kadri should, but do you know what I mean? There's a difference.
It's not how he's wired. Yeah.
Exactly. You have to be a captain.
And this is why it's
captain,
tough
a
on
leader.
fucking Backlund here. It feels like you guys are attacking what Backlund isn't, when really this is a discussion about
Yes.
everything around Backlund
Thank you.
not being better than what Backlund is.
And that was the point that I was trying to make when I forgot, was that the issue is, again, we're mad that they're going to sign Lindholm to a long-term deal for too much money. Well, you know what? I don't have an issue with signing Lindholm to too much money on a long-term deal, because I like Lindholm and I like how he plays. The issue I have is having him and Kadri and Huberdeau
All on big tickets.
and Backlund all on long-term overpaying deals, right? So the shots I'm taking sound like it's against Backlund, but it's really against the rest of the group, because they're not stepping up and being what they need to be.
And that's consistent with what you said last spring, which was they don't have a true captain type. And I think it would be tough to argue that they do have, like, oh, that guy's a legit captain on half the teams in the league, because otherwise they would have gone 2 years without one. But then Connie says it's important that we get one, and Huska echoes it, and you're like, it's okay, here we go.
It's been a soft spot for this organization for a very long time.
It has. And like, I'm looking at Kadri. The last time he wore a letter was his last year in London. He's an alternate.
All career, he hasn't had one in the NHL.
No, and I get it. Like, you look at the teams he's on, and he's a secondary, a very nice secondary piece that is a shit disturber.
And we'd like to go back and rewind the clock and not have that contract, but somebody.
Never mind the first that you put with Monahan to get rid of last year his deal.
Yes, exactly. So, and then this is the problem. We get hot under the collar, Dean. You've got the nice collar there. It's very hot, and the heat is on.
The heat, yeah. Or down
the
the hall
is on, yeah,
and the heat is on. Yeah, Michael. It's not Michael
Backlund's
because
fault. It's the big picture that is the problem, not the individual person. No, there's Michael Backlund is a stellar part of the community of Calgary. He's a great piece of what happens in our city. But maybe he shouldn't be captain. The only reason he's being considered for captain is because the guys behind him, or the young guys, or the people that they haven't grown up to become captains, and they haven't put enough stock in finding leadership guys that have the heart and character to be captains.
And I feel like if Tkachuk was here, that's probably.
I agree with you, but I disagree, because I think Tkachuk is very. Look at me.
And but so was Marchand a few years ago. I think guys can grow out of that. He's looking at people's faces and being suspended and being an idiot on Twitter. Like, I think Marchand is the best comp for Tkachuk. It's you don't want him talking to the officials in the first 4 or 5 years of his career. He's diving too much, but you could see, like, this guy is the pulse. He sets the tone.
You want me to take one more shot at someone from way off in the back?
Oh yeah.
Do they not respond to your texts? That'd be good.
No. I tried to run him out of town for a long time.
You did.
The guy that was the captain.
Yeah.
The leader, the Mark Messier Leadership Award.
Yeah, the Muhammad Ali.
How the has he not brought along another captain? He was here a long time. Nobody learned from this guy.
Well, I think there's been massive turnover since, but I agree. I don't think you're gonna at the end of career be like, wow, Giordano was the best captain players ever had. I think he was a fine captain, but they've also turned over the 5 or 6 younger guys that would have been there to the throne when he was last year.
They're
the
all
thing,
gone, right? A lot of
like,
those guys
were considered captain material to me for a year or two. You did, honestly.
What?
Well, like when Gio was here, who was he bringing along that was going to take his spot?
Honestly, I mean, Sam Bennett, right?
Bennett and Tkachuk.
But Bennett was horseshit.
And so that's not Gio's fault. If he was good, it would have.
He's been gone for a number of years now. It's not Gio's fault that the player didn't play at a high enough level to justify the contract and all of that. He may have been a great leader.
And to be fair, like, this isn't a Gio issue as much as it's a roster construction issue. If you spent the amount of money they have in free agency, you should have a fucking captain. Blake Coleman should be able to wear your C if you're giving them the money you gave him. Have anyone heard his name?
No one's heard his.
He's got 4 years left on his deal. Why isn't he captain material? You brought him in to win.
Actually,
he has one. Ditto
Should be a
Kadri.
heart and soul guy. I don't even remember you saying his name in a
Well,
top
not
nine.
even mentioned as a candidate.
First, yeah. Not ideal.
Shoot
And
this
honestly-
bastard to the moon, this Coleman guy.
Here-
What the hell's he bringing to the
Here's
team?
the thing.
Son of a-
If you really wanted the best leader on this team and you didn't give a shit about contract status, it might be the quietest guy in the fucking room, Chris Tanev, because by example, nobody sacrifices more to win than that guy. And I don't think it's close.
Yeah,
He is awfully quiet.
And it's like, okay, so he's the real lead by example guy, but is he the guy that can go talk to the media for 12 minutes after every bleeping game?
well, is he going to be around to play every
That's-
bleeding
yeah.
game?
Availability is
The
part of it too,
bigger
for sure.
one.
For sure. But like, it's not to say they don't have leadership. They just don't have the guy that checks all the boxes.
It's that segment of player in that draft when it was Monahan, Gaudreau, Bennett, that group.
Someone out of there was going to be their next captain.
But
Someone would have
you're
been the
ignoring
captain.
Anderson then, because he is there. That's
To me,
I
he
think
was the
it's
guy.
close,
I've been
yeah.
talking about him for a while. He plays the right way. He's drafted by the team. I don't think there's he'll engage with anybody. He could talk to your referees. He feels like
Mhm.
more of a heart and soul through the wall for this guy. Leader.
And he's here for a while. That to me is interesting. And I mean, is it just like he's definitely wearing an A and he's the next captain, or is it something about him is not captain makeup? I think he has a lot of the tools you'd want in a captain. He plays big minutes. He plays physically, sticks up for teammates. He's got balls to him. He's comfy in the media.
And at the golf tournament 8-9 days ago, he was going to be the captain.
I mean, take a few more cuts, you got them all.
Right? Francis had the article there 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. Yeah, I expect Anderson to be the next
Just
captain.
like we expected Uyghur after the World Championships when they won gold.
Which
Like,
is-
there's a candidate.
Which is why I wondered that then the whole Backlund thing came up. It was not that he was never in the conversation. It was like Anderson. Okay, Anderson's going to be the guy. So, yeah, that sounds right. And then it's, Backlund, they're talking.
the conversation for Backlund was prior to the summer, though. It wasn't just new now. It's that he didn't have the contract and was hesitant about signing this summer. And that was like, okay, well, that knocks him down. But now that it's like, okay, you know what? I'm back. It's a
Does
new
it not feel
season.
like what you're hearing, though, has ramped up in the last week?
Of course, that's because they're negotiating a contract. Yeah,
It has
absolutely
nothing to do.
Oh, I
Back
think
to my original point.
your original point was, does Backlund doing this because of that? I think both sides want him to be the captain, and both sides want to have a contract done if he's going to be the captain.
Yeah, you can't put the letter on him if he doesn't have a contract. But
I mean, Rhett just said you could. He said you were selling a captain at the deadline.
uh,
Maybe you can.
maybe you can,
If he's the fucking captain, then that's what you do.
Yeah.
regardless of contract.
Yeah.
This guy's our guy.
That's the whole point I have. Is the issue with all of it is that we're monkey wrenching this BS to come together, and it's like, well, if he's the captain, he should be the captain.
Mhm.
What are we talking about?
And maybe we're sort of portraying this in a light where it's like you don't have the A+ captain. Maybe you've got 4 really good B-level captains and no A's, and that can be fine.
No, it can't.
It can't. Okay.
What we haven't done. We'll do it later. Tired.
You tired?
Fuck. I was up at like 2:30.
What are you doing? You got to sleep, man.
I got problems. I can't sleep in the day because they're hammering my roof. Can't sleep at night because I'm a mental case. Life's great. Hey, it's time to rediscover or discover for the very first time St. Eugene.
That's going to fix you. Get out, Dean. Get
gotta
some wilderness.
yeah.
Get some fresh air.
Yeah, that's what I need for sure.
You have to leave your house, but I think it'll be worth it.
Hot yoga,
StEugene.ca is the website there. You see it. Golf resort, casino, restaurants, hiking, babbling brooks,
Mm-hmm.
Cranbrook just over yonder.
Good Brooks.
Yonder.
Just over yonder. Beautiful spot. I'll tell you what, their social media accounts go on at St. Eugene. They've been doing a great job. It's one of those
pumping up
things where
content?
you kind of skim. If you're done doing your whatever, your TikTok, whatever, skim. And then theirs comes up. It's like, ooh,
Oh, yeah.
oh.
It's like a screensaver. One of those things that's supposed to be relaxing.
Mhm.
You put that up on the wall. Just leave it be.
Damn,
Peace
that was
out.
good. Jeez. Championship golf course. Beautiful spot. St. Eugene.ca. There's the 1-800 number. Google it. You'll figure it out. Right over yonder by Cranbrook, British Columbia. Are you done golfing for the year?
I'm afraid I probably am.
Wait. Did you get news yet?
The news
The email
from.
your association.
No, the pickle's not been unpickled. Yeah, I know. Just let's drag this thing out.
He's definitely not golfing, Dean. If they're on 2 teams,
Right.
That
You
was
have
what
2 young lads, your twin boys.
Twins.
Potentially on separate hockey teams.
One of them at least is a twin, right?
Yeah, one of them's a twin.
No, they're both twins. Yeah, and they've
ever
been
found
playing together.
A third one or
Not here.
no? Speaking of which, your boy's birthday yesterday,
Might be a
Retro.
15-year-old in Croatia.
How what did you strippers?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we headed over to the Sundowner.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Niagara, beautiful
Rips.
time of year.
Awesome.
Are the leaves
Give him some
turning there?
singles.
Want some
Here you go, son.
Want some posters?
This row is called
Autumn's just beautiful. The leaves and the bras falling
Yeah.
slowly to the
Unbelievable.
ground.
Yeah. So did you do anything special? Take them out for dinner? Do anything nice?
No, they had the day off of school, so him and some school buddies went and I don't know, did something, and then he got a golf club, so he's excited to go swing that. And then he had hockey practice, and he loves hockey, so pretty good day. And
Guess
have I
so.
told you about the crumble cookie?
Nope.
Delicious.
Tell me more.
When you're down in the States, just do yourself a favor and stop and get a crumble cookie. They're quite big,
So
and
make the big O with your
I'm
hands.
quite. I
CC.
yeah, I took a couple gummies, and then last night really got into them, and the cookies were phenomenal.
Really good then, right?
Sorry,
Really
there's gummy bear
So then-
cookies. What is
And there you can get the gummy bear cookies. And I tried to determine now what could they be doing differently that
Why are these so good?
and I believe it comes back to butter and sugar.
More of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just add.
They've got just the right mix, and it's a soft cookie. They cook it just long enough. Something else, Dean.
Do you have any around right now?
I do.
Yeah, we'll get us one.
Could you go
I
get
can go
one
to
right now? Because I'm curious now that you're not, or are you gummied right now? Because if there's no gummy in the system, I'm curious if it's as good right now as
It's
when
1:15 there. This isn't the wrong time.
not the wrong
If he's gummied, I'm okay with that.
Coming up, it's going to be the Pinder Report. It's a presentation of Village Honda. Northwest Auto Mall, villagehonda.com. We told you about they got the detailing in the back with the car wash and all that. It's top notch. Never bad time. You think, oh, it's going to snow and stuff. You want to go into fall and winter with a clean car. Because yes, it's
Trustworthy and clean.
you do not want to get your car detailed. Get in there. I know you hate it. Book an appointment to get the tires on.
stop
Even if it's a few weeks down the road, book yourself in. Grab a cup of coffee. Go up and talk footy with Anthony. He'll talk.
He'll be jacked up about Calgary.
He'll be strutting around with a nice suit on.
Yeah. Probably Cavs colors today.
Maybe.
Black and red. Maybe a little pocket square.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anthony and everybody up at Village Honda, great people. Huge selection of vehicles too. If you want to go in there and get a car or something, you can do that too. That's what they. It's kind of what they do. Is they sell new and used vehicles, all makes, all models, all budgets. 70 units on site, access to over 400 more in the dealer group. Village Honda is your one-stop automotive destination in Calgary. And for Village Honda, it's the Pinder Report.
Start with the Calgary Flames. The owners smiling ear to ear as it was split squads last night. 2 teams playing, 2 home gates.
Yeah.
What a deal. Love it. People we've never even heard of. People are spending money to go watch them play. Beautiful stuff. But before the games, maybe the zinger of the year. And where there's a bit of a comedic void that is, you look for captain, you look for someone that's going to tell jokes in the media. Daryl's gone. His press conferences were must-see TV. This is bordering on SNL stuff. Well, Jacob Pelche filling that void yesterday. Let's hear from the youngster prior to action. See this lines. Oh boy.
I think it's easier for the coaches to kind of.
You got volume or no volume? You got no volume.
22 to the 49, but no, it's a joke. It's a joke. I'm just kidding.
All right, let's try that again here. From the top.
Why did you decide to change numbers, and did you have to ask anybody for permission to that number?
I think it's easier for the coaches to kind of know 22 to the 49, but no, it's a joke. It's a joke. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right.
'Cause
So
you know what he's telling you.
shot across the bow.
He's kind
there,
of going as,
but he's joking.
because from last year,
What was the thing last year?
you know, with his first game, one of the media, I think it was Pike, actually asked, "Hey, coach, what
did you
about
think of,
Jacob Pelche?" And then poor Daryl.
Pelt up. What's his number? 49.
Had to do one of those.
Got
what
some
he's saying
yucks.
Now, it's 22 is easier. It comes to see what he did there.
Easy being
See what happens?
not easy being funny.
Make fun of people.
Yeah, karma, not good. He got hurt.
Not good karma.
Not good karma at all.
No.
We showed you the hit earlier in slow motion and fast forward at the same time. Studnik stapled him, and left shoulder, you said he was favoring. I think he favored his right. His right looked very normal. He must have hated his left shoulder at that moment. It was hanging as he went back to the bench. And we'll wait and see for an update. Ryan Husker said he'd know more today. We said that yesterday. So we said tomorrow yesterday, but that's today. Anyway, we'll learn today. Yeah, unless you listen to this tomorrow. Okay, we'll move along.
No, it has
Banana cream pie.
crumble cookie update.
I think he's out of crumble cookies. He hammered them all last night when he's baked.
Banana cream pie one. And this is a biscotti one. Like, do you know those little cookies that you get on the airplane?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's. I had to make a coffee because they're so good.
Kind of like a ginger snap
Yeah,
almost.
look
eh?
how happy he is.
No, it's not a ginger snap at all.
I'm just trying to think of. Yeah, is it biscotti? That's
kind
what
of
they
more-
give you on the plane, right?
Yeah, it's a more of a coffee cookie than a.
Mhm.
They are so good though.
They're
This one's
good.
my favorite. So
Do you
I've
ask
cut-
for both pretzels or cookies?
I try.
Just give me a
No, what the hell do you want a pretzel for?
two banger,
Dust? You want some dust in your mouth?
salt and savory. Right? We've talked about this.
Okay.
What's this?
This one's a pink velvet. And it is my favorite.
That's the half.
Alana Miles,
Oh,
great song.
it's phenomenal. So there's that one.
What's that? A half fog and a half pink.
Well, and this one's I don't even know what you call it.
Whoa!
It's a chocolate brownie and a cookie.
That's got weed in it, doesn't it?
Mushrooms.
This guy's gonna get the baby monkey going, or whatever you called it with McClung.
Absolutely.
He's gonna have absolute.
Absolutely.
We better get her going.
This is like a cookies and cream one.
How many cookies do you have there? This is
Well, you got to get the variety pack, but it's phenomenal.
Right.
gotta get a right.
So I mean, great news. Pelche
Funny.
firing out zingers before the
comfy.
game.
The boys are
Is that
loose,
hurt?
having fun.
This new room.
Yeah, and then he gets hurt. Damn it!
Oh,
Damn it! We talked about that already. Here's our boy.
Can I
Bobby
say
Germany.
something? Sorry, before you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, sure.
I'm coaching kids here.
All right.
And that was my message at the start of the year. We're gonna have fun. fun too. No more fun. Fun's fucking over. We're here to work.
Remember when they won like 10-4 and he was
Fun
F-bombing
is
them in the
effing
post game?
over.
Fun lasted for one practice, kids.
fun's over.
Yeah.
Fun's over.
Why is it over?
F fun. We're here to work now. F and win.
It's
Believe
still
winning's
fun.
September.
That's
man.
what's fun. Winning. God damn it.
He did play for Daryl.
Yeah, scary.
Let's go to our
You
second
enjoy being
item.
at the rink and you're not winning. What the hell's wrong with you?
Let's go to Bobby Germany's takes from last night's game. He of Flames Nation. Robert Munich. Walker Dewar, best player in Calgary last night. Tough to disagree with that. Tape a preseason game. That's okay. Hit the snooze button. I got you. Some takeaways there.
There's no type of preseason game that makes you want regular season. All of them.
That-
There's
yeah.
no good type.
You know what type of preseason? All of them.
Since
preseason?
1980, there hasn't been a preseason game that's been good.
That's
Once
fair.
the 80s ended, horseshit. Horseshit.
Mackenzie Weegar tossed. See ya.
This guy's got heart. Give him a
Leadership.
C.
Yeah, see, that's the guy you want
Sticking up
talking to
for his
refs.
teammates.
Yeah.
He's
Abusive
shit talking
officials.
the officials.
That's what a
Hey,
leader
stripes.
does. Yeah.
Eat a dick.
Hey, zebra, shove it up your hoop.
Captain.
Captain material.
That's our boy.
Yeah. He's a feisty one.
What
happened?
C on
Why is he,
Weegar.
what did he do?
Well, this is a good question for Bobby Germany or someone that cared more about preseason hockey than us.
You missed it too?
I mean, I I would suggest
Number
that they
one.
weren't happy with the officials after the Pelts hit, and there was a melee there, and then there was a 5-on-3
Okay.
after
Let's-
this that
let's
led to the Seattle
listen,
goal.
I'm a first team, all for the team guy. What the hell was that guy from Seattle supposed to do?
Oh yeah, at the angle we saw there, it looked like he was put in a very tough spot.
Like,
Oh, God.
Pelche blew a wheel.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
like he-
turning right into the contact and leaving the guy the option of like dive out of the way and only clip him, or just
Yeah.
follow through with my hit and I'm going shoulder first into the boards.
A preseason game where guys are trying to get noticed to make
Yes.
a team. So this guy could have bailed out, let the
Yeah.
guy go, and just skated right off the ice and into the plane and down to the minors.
That's not Jared McCann who's got a job. It's some guy trying to make the team. Yes, you gave him that opportunity. Not ideal.
Nope.
We'll keep moving. Jerseys have been announced for the Outdoor Heritage Classic game in Edmonton, October
Been a lot of
29th, right? It's a
debate on
Sunday.
this.
Been floating this date for you for 6 months. You got your flight booked yet?
Mhm.
Look at the jerseys. Oh, rusty pants Connor there.
Now, is that white for the Flames, or is it
It's
kind
an
of a
off-white.
muted?
Do you call it a
off-white?
pewter? Let's see. It says
It's not pure.
the colors.
It's somewhat of a creamy beige.
Yeah, that looks like
light beige.
Why did you throw the tenants whites in with your dirty undies? That's the shade of white right there. All right.
Instant reaction, Rhett?
I would like the white to be a little more
Pewtery.
muted. Yeah, pewtery.
Eggshell.
Pewtery.
We could get some
And
more.
what about on the other side? Because they're going with the old school
I
brown.
hate the Oilers. so
Okay, good.
don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
I actually I don't like that a bit because I don't mind those jerseys, and I really wish they did the stupid Todd McFarlane, steel drop or something dumb.
These are one of the things. Jerseys.
Yeah.
It's just
It's a lot.
I hate them. I love them. You're crazy. What? You're crazy.
You
I hate
don't
them.
know.
You don't know. I do know, and they're great. No, they're awful. Okay.
Cool. I'll be over here. You guys let me know when you.
You know what the
decide
thing of it
whether
is,
this
though?
cool or not.
They always look better when you see them and with names and numbers.
I like them. I think
and all
they did a
the
good
stuff
job.
on them.
They're going to throwback styles. Both these jerseys are modeled after clubs from the 50s.
The Heat.
These are Stockton Heat replicas and Bakersfield Condors replicas. No,
Maxar Ben.
it's the Edmonton
Knights.
Mercuries that won gold in 1952 at the Olympics, and the Calgary
Gold!
Stampeders who played in the 50s and 60s in Calgary.
The Edmonton Ice. Dan Blackburn.
Nope.
Steve McCarthy.
2 blockers. Poor guy. We'll
God
move.
bless Ed Chanouth.
Let's move to more pictures of jerseys because that's who we are. We're those guys. We're going to have definitive hot takes on these jerseys. There's
That's
Nazem Kadri, definitely not a captain candidate for some reason.
there no
modeling
C on
this.
that jersey?
No, I don't see the
Captain
room.
Cadre about to
Lots
take
of room.
off.
Lots of room for one. There's one on Connors. I saw that. Let's get another angle here. The Naz dog. Do you have a nickname for him?
Nope. I think it's just Naz.
Naz.
So the number's kind of on the shoulder daily there.
Naz is like. Oh. Okay. Very good. Yeah, it definitely looks like the Flames. So I believe it.
I bet you're going to want one once you see them.
I don't mind them at all. I
You
think
know what
they're-
it looks like to me? A
kudos.
nice sweater.
Yeah, a little warm one, right?
Yeah.
Would you say like a bunny hug without the hoop on the back?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can
Nice.
see that. I bet you'll be able to get one of those, right? There'll be some kind of spin-off merch, some
You think
shirts.
they try to monetize this?
I bet you.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Staying with the Flames, but moving to people that aren't in the market. The
Oh, yeah.
fellows on Spinning Chicklets had this to say about the
not
Calgary
again.
Flames. Mm.
Back.
Yep.
The
Nothing to
Calgary
do with
Flames
phones.
are going to be a good
Let's
team this
wait till
year.
we get the
Getting
audio
a
here, and then we'll reload.
bounce back.
Yep.
The Calgary Flames are going to be
Internet's
a good
great
team
today.
this year. Getting away from Sutter, the negativity,
Not
as
sure what
Biz
it
put
is.
it, the showing up to the rink and just kind of walking on eggshells and
Oh.
knowing that he's disappointed in everyone, it just can weigh you down. Markstrom's going to have a bounce back year. I think Huberdeau's going to be
Well-
awesome. Huberdeau went in there. He's playing out of position. He had to deal with the expectations of losing
Oh
Kachuk
my
and
God.
Gaudreau. The bounce back is going to be the
He never
biggest part.
played with
And
Kachuk
mainly
and
for me, it's with Markstrom. And also the fact that Vladar can be a really good goalie. If he does struggle, one of those goalies is going to be good. Their third line could consist of Backlund, Coleman, and Mangiapane, right? If that's your third line, that looks great. Super excited to see Coronado, who was a first rounder a couple years ago. He played at Harvard. A ton of skill. He'll have the ability and the chance, I think, to play on one of the top 2 lines. Sharon Govich comes over. He had 25 goals 2 years ago. And then
Cambo.
last year, I
All
think, kind
right.
of lost his spot, maybe with the Devils getting a little bit more depth, but a crazy release. So all of a sudden, if he's playing with Huberdeau and Lindholm, he's got a real chance to produce those goals that he did a couple
we have
years
to listen to
ago.
this
I
whole
don't
fucking
think that they're going to
podcast,
compete for
or
the
can we
Stanley
do our
Cup, but
own?
I think they're going to be in the playoffs. I mean, obviously, you want to see that new arena get built at some point. That
Probably
arena's a
not
little
He's
worn
reading.
down.
He's
and-
just reading.
Listen to Wit Dog.
He's
He's
dialed into the
reading.
Flames.
He's
Talking
reading
about
and
He's
saying
not reading. He
names.
did some. He did. You know what he did?
Reading and saying
Some
names.
prep.
Yeah,
He did some prep.
if only he was shitting all over the Flames, Rhett would have interrupted him the whole time.
That's
which
right.
is
He
usually
would,
my
yeah,
move,
tell me
Rhett.
more.
Damn
Tell
it.
me more. Wit. Tell me more.
It is
Well,
interesting
you
because, like,
want
look,
my
we all
take, I'm
watched.
just gonna play Wit.
We all watched this shit show last year, and it's hard to not be affected.
What,
by
barn
that.
burner? Or-
No, the 2022-23 Calgary Flames. That
Yeah.
nightmare fuel.
Yeah, he missed. Huberdeau's
Hellscape
gonna
of a
miss.
season.
He had to learn how to play without Kachuk and Gaudreau. Well,
But what is something you can't deny is that the people that are neutral and are not invested emotionally and overanalyzing
all
everything.
the Flames at all and could give a shit. Okay,
They're probably the same people who a year ago were saying this team could be better than last year, because it's
Yes.
the situation is not dissimilar.
Again, 3 years in a row, the expectations have been wildly wrong. Hey, you had a good, you made it to the second round after the play-in. Geez, Kemp Talbot, Dallas got you. They're going to be good this year. Awful. Fire the coach. Daryl comes in. Boy, they weren't much better when Daryl got here. I don't know that they're any good. Win the division. Well, geez, they're really good. And look, I think they did okay in that trade. Awful. We've been wrong 3 years in a row. Basically everyone.
I think you can go back further, Pinder. I think-
Probably. It seems like good, bad, good, bad,
Colorado.
good, bad. Yeah, the 2019 for sure.
Mhm.
And yet the sports book out there, like if you want to go to Betway, Flames to make the playoffs,
Oh,
minus,
Betway.
minus 200. Not even money. They are favored to be a playoff team in a division that has
Trust Betway.
LA, Edmonton, that has Seattle that made it last year, that has an
Hartford,
nope,
Pittsburgh.
nope.
Oh,
Vancouver should be better. I mean, I just think it's easy to think about your feelings and how much last year sucked, but the people that are neutral think they're making the playoffs.
it's still keeping me up.
We had
at
to
night.
get rid of our coach because of our feelings.
That's right. We go.
I mean, and that's right,
hey.
and that probably has some value. I don't know how much, but
Did
it
it
has
with
to be some.
Babcock. We did it with Sutter. What's the difference? We did it first.
Let's go to football. I found you a
Yeah.
team and a player, but
Yeah.
first, Justin Fields was asked, please throw a touchdown or just start traveling into space.
Ryan, you didn't put that in.
So we're not using that. Okay, we'll move on. Boomer, we found you a team and a player,
This is quite a show today.
isn't it? Here is, I believe, was it Jamal Williams?
Jamal
Hit me.
Williams.
The
It's a-
former
it's a bit of a
Packer.
low.
Gotta stay.
I don't know if RJ knows who Jamal. Also, RJ is loading all this in, by the way, now.
Okay.
It doesn't look better for us. It might look better for other people.
Sure. So sounds up, and we're at the beginning.
I hope so.
I don't think so. Okay, Jamal.
I'm an inside man.
I'm an inside man. I'd rather stay in my house than anything. So a vacation is me never leaving my house.
Just never leaving my house if I can. Shoot.
That's your team.
Oh, I love that
You're a
guy.
saint, and that's your boy.
I still love that guy.
If I have a vacation, I'm never leaving my house. That is you.
He's with the Saints this year.
You're a saint guy. You got a team.
Love the Saints.
Big easy.
You
don't have to worry about
right.
direct
Did
flights. You're not
stay
leaving your
home
house.
for a vacation and you saved all that money.
Rashid Shaheed.
You could order in food, whatever you wanted. The amount of money you spend to go away,
Mhm.
you could save it all and just order in and have everything delivered, whatever you want to do.
Love it.
That's your guy.
Alvin Kamara. Your guy. He's coming back.
Well, they got that rookie, too, that's finally
Yeah.
playing.
Wasn't great on Sunday, but whatever.
Saints, your team hosts Tampa Bay. They're favored by a field goal.
Take it.
You willing to ride?
Let's ride.
You gonna ride with you? We're trying to get you a team. It's insane that you don't have an NFL team. You're the
He's
only
got a
person
team.
I know that does
Oh,
not have an
just
NFL interest,
Jinx
that at least
guy.
is interested in sports.
He's a
kind of.
Bills guy.
I like football. I just thought it's never. It's kind of like NCAA. I've never like Jack lived in Pittsburgh. Okay,
that's
so you're a
easy.
Steelers guy.
Yeah.
Uh,
You're close to. You went to Vikings games probably before any other place.
went to one
That'd be
game.
natural. South of Manitoba,
Yeah, I was drunk the whole game.
even better.
So drunk.
Eh,
I had like what's that? Papa John's. I had like a large Papa John's pizza on my lap.
oh baby,
Just firing pepperoni slices and beers all game long.
should have been love.
Klein saucer.
Yeah, Dante
Who
Culpepper.
else was there? It was Culpepper.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss. Yeah, it was
Robert
the one
Smith,
year
the running back.
they were playing. That's right. They were playing Arizona when. Oh shit!
The kicker.
Cowboys running back.
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith. Like that was the one year he was in. With the Cards.
Yep. Wrapped up a screw there, I believe.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, and I can't cheer for the Vikings.
Okay.
Jesus.
Just that whole story. I thought you said you could cheer for the Vikings. Nothing I heard in there would detract.
You know, my old man kind of liked the Steelers.
Yeah.
Hard-nosed coaches, and they don't fire coaches and that whole thing.
Steeler guy here.
He is rattled.
2-1 leading the division. He's on top of the world.
No, just with the show today.
Yeah, he is. He should be.
He's
It's
a
been awful.
basket case.
Keep moving. Remember when it broke on Barn Burner, the hot news taking over the world that Kelsey and Swift were together?
Mm-hmm.
It's good business for everyone, boys. Good business for everyone. NFL saying that no, dear, geez, that's not it.
That's not the same. No, that ain't it.
That is, get rid of that one.
Harsh.
Yeah, it's the other one we wanted there. Jersey sales doing pretty well. In fact, yeah, he's apparently people that didn't have Travis Kelce jerseys buying them now. Popular guy.
Yeah, weird.
More than he was like 2 weeks ago.
She's popular, eh?
She seems to be.
Very. You can't get away from it. The last 2 days, it is everywhere. What is it? 400 or 500% jump in Travis Kelce jersey sales.
He's a superstar that is now selling jerseys like, you know, Michael Jordan would, because he's dating the hottest musician on earth.
Have you watched that documentary yet, Warner?
I don't watch TV. I'm too busy. I had a shitty life.
Too many cookies. It's the variety pack.
Not enough crumble cookies.
Oh,
Or gummies.
I'm baby monkey.
He's baby monkey right now. We got to move quickly. We'll go to Major League Baseball. Here's your look at the AL wildcard standings. 6 games to go. Toronto Blue Jays need 3 wins in their last 6 to make the playoffs. And the good news for the Jays, it is Seattle playing Houston. Then it is Seattle playing Texas. All these AL West teams, 3 of them vying for playoff spots against the Jays. They're playing each other down the stretch. Jays open a 3-game set at the Rogers Center with the Yankees, and then we'll host the Rays for their final 3. Whether the Rays are playing for something or not, we shall see. They're 2.5 back of Baltimore for the division lead. Finally, Rhett and the Shoveler. I know she likes helping. Loves shoveling in the winter. Apparently, you're doing something with some stones out front. She tried to help, and I just want to hope your hands are okay.
Oh, you're doing some yard work?
It's amazing she got back to work after that bike accident.
Yeah, well, that was from a while ago.
Ass over tea kettle there.
It's into the shrub. Soft landing. Here we are. So
yeah, this is a good one.
Oh dear, shovelerina.
Yeah.
Oh, and Rhett just gotta walk that off.
Right on the thumbs. Do we have the volume for it? Because it is good.
Pink.
No volume.
Well, I don't have water.
I heard it.
Volume.
Did you?
Oh, okay.
So it's in here.
The
It
stream?
is. Yeah, it's us.
Oh, so you're not sending it from the board to us.
Yeah, like when you were reading.
Oh, there's something wrong with this.
When you were reading the Saints guy.
It came in halfway for us. I don't know why that's the case. Now, finally,
It should be good for everyone else besides.
Shut up, Jack. We're trying to do a show.
man, if people got paid just for railing on Jack on this show, you guys would buy islands. You wouldn't have a podcast anymore. We had the photo supplied by Boomer yesterday. Aussie Brad and Darcy Hordichek. Jesus, you got him good. He is cooked.
We're trying to do a show here, Jack. That was like fucking what's his name on The Office, Toby. Whenever Toby would come in, God damn it, Toby, would you get out of here? Jack's our Toby. We're trying to do a show here, Jack. Jesus. Meanwhile, all he's been doing behind the scenes
just trying to
is
help.
friggin' running around here, putting batteries and lights, texting guys, trying to get the video to work. God damn it, Jack! We're trying to do a show here. Apologize to Ryan for interrupting.
No, it wasn't me that initiated.
All
All
right.
right, Jack. We closed the Pinder Report with an update
Right.
post NHL
Yeah.
from Melbourne.
Oh, look, it's our boy.
It is our boy, Aussie Brad.
Pinder, retro, fucking man cave boy. I made it back. Sucking a couple of cans down here. having a few beers, had a few mates over the fucking, just putting the fire out, boys, but fuck me. Had a great weekend. I tell you what, fellas, the NHL came to town. Fucking great show they put on. You wouldn't fucking believe it. Sucking cans on the tinnies. I fucking got this concourse around. There's a bar. Second intermission. I hear this fucking, oi, Aussie brother go, who the fuck is this cunt over here fucking yelling my name? Anyway, turn around. This fucking bloke, beautiful, nice white chompers on him. He fucking rolls up and I look at him and go, this guy's a big fuck. Anyway, I look down lanyard, Darcy Hordachuk. Big fucker. So fuck me. I'm going to have to fucking lay the law on this cunt. Ex-Edmonton fucker. Ex-Vancouver fucker. I'm a Calgary fucking man. Right here, boys. Now, this fucking cunt rolls up. I go, fuck me. How am I going to take this prick down? He's fucking huge. Anyway, had a yarn to him. Said, how are you, mate? I offered him a tinny. He said, no, he's got to fly back in the morning. Didn't get on the piss with him, but fucking good bloke. Darcy Hordachuk, get him on the show, fellas. He's a fucking ripper. Mark, fucking you're a lucky man. He'd be a fucking great brother-in-law. You fucking keep punching, Boom, and you fucking get after it, boys. Fuck yes.
You said it before we said he never misses.
Shoot or shoot.
He never misses.
The guy's batting 1,000.
Holy cow.
We got to play that at the start of the show because then we'll be motivated.
That was To Kill Your Baby Monkey. Or
oh, man.
No.
Because, yeah, if you missed we can't go through it again. It's kind of a convoluted
It's too
story.
much.
The guy that knows a guy is Hordachuk was in Melbourne and knows that's Aussie Brad. They got together. Holy shit.
NHL World Series, concourse, on the titties, on the piss.
Oh, yeah,
Big
I missed some
choppers.
of that. Yeah.
Huge bleeping bloke. Edmonton fucker, Vancouver fucker.
Yeah.
Great stuff from Aussie Brad. Gonna be tough to top that. That's your Pinder Report. And what a show today.
Pinder Report brought to you by Village Honda, Northwest Ottawa, your dealership for life. Go and check them out online. Always new, used. They're just firing them through.
Zip.
Updating daily on villagehonda.com. You need used, you need pre-owned, you want brand new. They're going to take care of you. The thing is, they're part of the dealership group. 400 more vehicles at their disposal in the dealership group. It's your dealership for life, Village Honda, at villagehonda.com. And you know what I was thinking yesterday after the whole Aussie Brad thing? It's Aussie Brad. Retro, you realize, as horrified as we were at the time, if Pinder doesn't fire out a C-bomb in week one of this show, we probably don't get any reaction out of
it was
Aussie
week
Brad.
2. I was too sheepish to do it week 1. I wasn't playing on your schedule.
Because you fire out a C-bomb, we're
losing your mind.
aghast that you would do such a thing.
Yeah.
And then Aussie Brad, how did he just kind of...
I'm saying, look, guys, it's not
slid
that
into your-
bad. It's just you guys are thinking through the lens of a North American, not a British person
But how
or
did
an
he get a hold of
Aussie.
you?
Well, and he's obviously a big fan of the show and has been. And he came rushing to my defense on social media. And he sent a video setting us straight. And I believe on this show, to this day, the C count for me is 1. And for Aussie Brad, it's about 1,262.
And we don't bat an eye anymore.
No,
It's just kind of,
it just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's how they roll there. When Rhett was all bleeped up in Nimbin, they're just dropping C-bombs left and right.
Oh, the Hemp Olympics. What a spot.
It's like when Razor would come on the old show.
Yes.
He'd be saying shit.
Every single show. It was like he and Bo Levi. They couldn't do a hit without dropping an S-bomb.
Do you think we could get the C
legalized? Do you think get legal?
Ticker sponsored? The Aussie Brad C-bomb counter?
I feel like who's a good sponsor for that? Like
I don't know.
Who wants to be associated with the C-bomb ticker? The See You Next Tuesday count.
Yeah. Some liquor. Someone making hooch in their garage.
Moonshine.
Contact Jarrod at FlamesNation.ca.
Sponsorship available.
That's right. Betway Bets.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Love
I'm
it.
excited because I didn't do one.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, let's go.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to play any more video today.
Yeah, here we
It's
go.
not the day.
Big game for the Blue Jays.
All
like we
right.
said, 3 wins in their last 6. They lock in to one of the wild cards, and they got their ace going tonight. Kevin Gausman. He has, in his last 3 games, 10 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, and 10 strikeouts. I'm going to take him over 7.5, minus 118. Guy's been awesome. 10 Ks against the Yankees his last time out. I like that sample size. Also, rolling with Vladdy, who has been hot. Hotter than Hansel. Plus 120 to be over 1.5 bases. That is not walks, it's just hits. A double, he gets it. 2 singles, he gets it. Or if he just keeps ripping home runs, he'll be on the over of that as well. That is
I
plus
prefer that.
120. And he has been on a heater on the home runs. It was like he was hardly at 20. Now he's at 25. So again, my two bets, I got Gosman over 7.5 strikeouts at -118 and Vladdy over 1.5 bases at +120.
Get 30, Vladdy. 30 homer.
Oh God, that'd be something. 5 in his last 6.
30.
Three tonight, and then you got the rest of the week to hit 2.
That's right.
Easy.
There you go. That's the Betway Bets. Betway. Get the Betway app on your phone. Play along. They're constantly, every time I go on the Betway app, there's something new. They're adding to it,
Pre-made
changing
specials, baby.
Boosts. I know we're some things you're not supposed to talk about. Anyway, just get the Betway app and get it going. Bet the responsible way. Official gaming partner of Barn Burner is Betway. We need to check in on Jack. This has not been Jack's best day.
I think he's been fine.
He rolled in and was in good spirits. He is not in good spirits right now. Jack, let's get
chewing his nails.
Can we get a Jack update?
Can we go to the Jack cam real quick?
Jack cam.
Oh, I'm pissed. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Nice and loud into the microphone.
Get in there.
Give us tell us what's happened today from your chair.
The internet sucks.
Yep.
My computer sucks.
Yep.
Everything sucks. The lights suck. The batteries suck.
Yep. Steelers.
Might be the best thing today.
They're okay.
Yeah.
It'll suck.
Canada?
Tom Canada?
Canada sucks.
Okay, so
that's the offensive coordinator, not the country.
So you have been in contact with RJ, who is another one of our guys.
Yes.
What's happening? Have you been
say?
able to suss out what the issue's been?
It's our internet for sure. He said, like Rhett was saying, you can load something in, and we're just so delayed.
It's wild. Yeah.
But yet this isn't like
I know.
I don't doesn't make any sense.
Well, luckily we have a technical department that'll go right to work on this.
Yeah, look, engineering's on their way. Get engineering down the hall. Be here in a sec.
Rhett, apologize to Jack.
Huh?
You heard me. Or is that delayed? Hello? Rhett, apologize to Jack.
I'm not apologizing to Jack.
You were very hard.
Every day he sends me a link and it says Bills suck. That's what you get, Jack.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Let's salute there.
Oh, see you.
What a show.
Hell of a show.
Oilers, do they suck too?
Yes.
Oilers jerseys, brown pants.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Brown shorts.
Wow, we got a lot.
Is
of
it
work
Wednesday?
Tomorrow. I'm like, tomorrow's Wednesday. Jeez, we're only.
We gotta get Hordichuk on and talk about Ozzy Brad.
We do.
I'll reach out.
Melbourne.
Great city. Like the best.
I swear, I gotta see
F1.
I gotta see this guy's place.
Tennis major, biggest stadium in the Southern Hemisphere. Cricket, AFL, food, music, babes, beaches.
Because I guarantee
booze.
you, if you go there and Ozzy Brad, whatever you said, they're trying to put in tit in your mouth, like Rhett, you're going to be able to put that in Rhett's mouth.
Yes, no sweat.
Whatever that was that Hordichuk
on
was
the
not,
piss, on the boobies, the titties,
boobies and the tits and the things that Rhett's your guy.
Keep punching, Brad.
VB in the esky. Put her in the boot. Have a bobby.
Oh no, rum and 7.
Okay. Rugby sevens.
Bundy. Bundaberg.
Bundabag.
We done?
Oh,
more than done. Yeah.
I had a bite of it.
Baby monkey needs to lie down there.
Yeah, it's over.
Appreciate you. Tell everybody about this show.
Yeah, definitely do.
Tell them to download today's show.
Yeah.
And if they want to, what is that thing? Yeah, that's a good representation. We'll be better tomorrow, maybe.
Rep the gear too.
Probably not.
Nationgear.ca. Let's go.
See you, buddies.
RJ, click the outro. Please click the outro.
Please.